Garry's mod. GMOD's meat and potatoes, so to speak, is the massive amount of add-ons. The sky is the limit when it comes to this game, and that's why so many people love it. Being able to do anything you want in the source engine is a lot of people's wet dream. But what about the add-ons that have just been lost to time? Add-ons that nobody downloads anymore due to being obsolete or just really fucking old. Today, we're going to be getting into some of these ancient add-ons. If you couldn't tell already, this idea was heavily inspired by Ratlobber, who makes some of the best content on Source games I've seen so far, so for sure go check him out. First things first, we need to get an older version of GMOD for some of these add-ons to work. And I'm talking like way older, like GMOD 9 old, which came out in fucking 2006. I was literally a year old, not even. Fucking finally, it took so long just to get this to work. Man, that old GM construct is just... The first mod we're going to be talking about is Garry's mod on wheels, which this mod is extremely old. It is older than I am. I was born December 2nd, 2005, and this was released on June 8th, 2005. This only works with GMOD 9, as you can tell by the big obsolescence notice that they have on the page. The reason we're using Game Banana instead of the Steam Workshop is because the Steam Workshop didn't actually come out until 2012, so we were well into GMOD by the time we got the Steam Workshop. Yeah, I have no idea what's wrong with this mod. It's probably just because of how old it is, but everything that I tried just did not work. I was using the right version of GMOD. I even found a fucking like 15-year-old tutorial where he was writing on a text pad telling me how to fucking add mods to Gmod, so I guess we're just gonna have to move on to the next one here. I did, however, find some gameplay of the mod so you guys can still see what it would have been like. Yeah, it's not super special, it's just, you know, some cars in Gmod. Now we have a bunch of different add-ons that are way better than this, obviously, but you know, it's really cool to see what you know, the first cars were like in GMOD. This one honestly brings back a lot of memories for a ton of people, and I could totally see why. It was basically what the Steam Workshop is now to GMOD, back when the Steam Workshop didn't exist. The Toy Box was a community mod sharing system in Garry's mod that existed before the Steam Workshop became the primary source of everybody's add-ons. It was loaded with stuff like custom guns, NPCs, ragdolls, all that kind of fun stuff. There's rocket launchers that basically shoot nukes, guns that turn NPCs into babies, and a whole lot of other stuff. All of these are still super fun to play with, so if you want to go check these out, there is a reworked version of them on the Steam Workshop. The oldest map that I was able to find was GM_Combine on Game Banana. It starts off with you waking up in this weird room, and it's even got a destructible wall. After that, all it really is just running around and gunning down Combine. It's pretty fun, but all the rooms are pretty similar, and the enemy variety really just isn't there. But for a map made 20 years ago, it is what it is. Our next and final map we're going to be talking about today is going to be GM Construct. No, not this GM Construct. Yeah, that GM Construct. We're not going to be talking about the original GM Construct, as that's literally just a white room with a bunch of buttons that you can press to spawn props. But with the new version of Gmod came a new version of GM Construct. This has to be one of the most iconic looks for GM Construct. We see it in a lot of machinima videos and stuff like that. So this one in particular holds a special place in my heart.